We back got that Danger Close Tyrant Armor Auto Guide. For a game called Counterside, we sure get counters banned often. Soldiers are all buffed by 20% attack and HP, and counters lose 90% crit. Luckily, it's a defender boss, and most players have anti-defender sets, but if you're new, then no worries. Shadow Hall has some great gear, which can roll both anti-defender and anti-ground. I went ahead and included two teams, one free to play and one not so free to play. Let's go ahead and check them out. Here's the free to play team. So we're basically just running the boss over as best as we can, as quickly as possible. I'm not running an operator here just to sit there and show the low cost that you can go in with. Unfortunately, you do actually need gear. I'm running primarily broken sets and not really optimal stats on most of these characters, but as much ground damage and anti-defender as I can. Good news is well, actually all of them are farmable in some form or fashion. We're using Orca here as a tank, but honestly she's not the best tank. You can't really hit the evasion threshold, so she gets knocked back, as you can see here. But she survives, which is great for a while, or as best as she can. Depends on your gear. Problem with getting knocked back is, for the most part, you can't really deal with a lot of the ads most of the time. As you can see, that sniper ad gets knocked back kind of far, and then your units don't really take care of it, and that just adds extra damage. And then you lose your tank, but that's great. It just gets redeployed. We go back in. We pew some more. We're definitely taking the ulti here. Most of your team might get wiped off of that, but it's okay. We still got a lot of time before we actually sit there and drop below the min score. Now with soldiers up, obviously soldiers are going to be our top DPS. We're just going to go through the gear here. And as I mentioned previously, everything's broken set, not optimized at all. We are trying to put as much ground res as we can on her, or crit res if we can. DPSs are all going to be running anti-defender, anti-ground as much as possible. A speed is going to be your friend in this place. You want as much A speed on all of your DPS units that you can. If you're running these supports, you're going to want CDR on them. But we're just, like I said, we're just trying to run the boss over. Assault troopers are OP. Pretty much the only place. Oh, we're using the new the beginner set. Hey, we did have a complete set. Woohoo! Dorothy and Soyun have no gear. You could put gear on them, obviously. I highly suggest putting gear on them. Alright, so since there's not much variety on this boss time around, we're just gonna sit here and stress test. See if we can get a high percent kill. Operator we're gonna use here is Kamihana with the wonderful attack speed. Remember, kids, attack speed is your friend. We're rocking the Enterprise. Alex is probably one of the better front lines, seeing as she has MDL. She gives herself barriers, and she has ridiculously high evasion for a defender. Rivet has that juicy 80% anti-CO, so it makes her really valuable here. Tarask is a ranger as well as a deathbreaker. Sky Layfield's got that cheap cost plus a 30% attack bonus. And then your usual double soldier bros here, so OAR, assault troopers. Got the wonderful Lonely to sit there and double death break CO. And then obviously Soyun for the finisher. Alright, going right into this with the auto deploy. We just have an entire army spawn at once. The fact that we can get 5 units out. Anyways. So again, you can sit here and restart if your Alex gets knocked back. You really kind of want her to dodge just for positioning sake. But we're not going to do that right here. We're just going to go straight into it. Things instantly dying, which is great. We got a good chunk on that that DPS meter. We're in no dangers whatsoever. Poor Lonely getting knocked back. You probably solve that maybe by putting some defensive gear on her, but it's fine. She gets right back up on here right when she needs a special anyways. And then we just melt the boss. Don't even get to see the ulti of Alex. .205 score, 18.5. This was done on 61% of our... yeah, 61. Alright, so let's check that gear out. Now, I didn't take the time to fully optimize Alex, but double HP with 50% crit res and her E. Really useful here. Rivet we just have on attack. Trying to get a pump out as much damage for that special and their leader ability as we can. Tarask on the juicy A speed. Guy Layfield, we're rocking 46% skill haste on an A speed Mage set. She's not in any danger at all of dying, so there's no real reason to run A-Speed Swift here with ground res. So we can sit here and try and pump out as much damage as Sky Layfield is capable of doing. Which isn't much, but we'll try. Administrator Rifleman I have on my Mage set. The Anti-Defender, Anti-Ground, and A-Speed. Now Assault Troopers I have on Swift, A-Speed, with A-Speed Latents coming in at a nice round 38%. Assault Troopers are probably the better ones to have that on over OAR, just because there are 3 of them, so that means we get more attacks in. Lonely I have on Maze CDR, but Maze are ground res or range res probably be better. Soyun for the on CDR. I'm not actually sure she got two specials in, but on auto she gets deployed earlier than usual, so I was hoping for it. Let's check out my ship. The USS Enterprise. Unfortunately, I really don't have much other than counters on this. Latents would be nice if, you know, if I had any type of anything for this, but oh well. Thanks for watching. I hope this guide helps you. If you find yourself missing gear, don't worry. We have plenty of time to farm some up. As always, feel free to leave a comment or catch me on Discord. The link will be in the description. If you want to support this channel or hell, buy me a coffee, you can find a link in the description as well. All help is appreciated. I will see you guys next time.